Welcome to Keep Heading East. I'm Murray from the YSE Cookery School. If you're joining us again, then welcome back. And if you're joining this series for the first time, you've joined us in Vietnam. You can check out the main introduction to this series by clicking the on-screen link in the cards, or follow the link in the description below to our free PDF cookbook with all the dishes that we're cooking in this series. Or if you prefer a printed version, then there's one available as well. Now, like many Asian cuisines, 5 is the magic number. And with Vietnamese food, it's really underpinned by Su Dinh and Mahubata principles. Now, these philosophies emphasize the importance of balance between the 5 elements for health and well-being, meaning that each Vietnamese dish is carefully created with these 5 flavors in mind: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and hot. Now, with China to the north, Laos and Cambodia to the east, and the South China Sea to the west, the 3,000-kilometer coastline snakes down from Hanoi in the north, past the rugged central highlands to the sprawling Ho Chi Minh City, or as it's known, Saigon in the south, to the fertile Mekong Delta right at the bottom. The food in the north is really heavily influenced by China, with its sort of stir fries and noodle-based soups. And as you move south, there's more sort of flavor blending with the neighbors of Thailand and Cambodia. The tropical climate down south sustains more rice paddies and coconut groves, jackfruit trees and herb gardens. Now, the food in southern Vietnam is typically sweeter broths for po, more palm sugar used in the savory dishes, and more popular toffee-like coconut candies made with coconut cream and things like that. As with most of its neighbours, rice is a staple, and other common ingredients such as shrimp paste, fish sauce, bean sauce, lots of fresh herbs, fruits and vegetables. Vietnamese recipes use lemongrass, ginger, mint, Vietnamese mint, which is quite punchy, long coriander, Saigon cinnamon, and bird's eye chilies, lime and Thai basil leaves. Now, traditional Vietnamese cooking is really greatly admired for its fresh ingredients, complementary textures, and this kind of reliance on herbs and vegetables and minimal use of dairy and oil, which is sort of surprising given its French colonial background. It's all quite low in sugar and naturally gluten-free, as loads of dishes are made with rice noodles and rice paper and rice flour instead of wheat. Now, po is probably the most well-known Vietnamese dish, which is a broth that comes in many forms, but it's always really punchy and flavourful, like a lot of Asian food. Now, our recipe in the Keep Heading East cookbook this week is for nem rang, or spring rolls. Now, Vietnamese recipes tend to use rice paper rolls, which can be either eaten raw or deep fried. Okay, whereas a Chinese version uses the spring roll sheets, which are wheat-based, and it gives you more of a sort of crispy exterior, a bit like the photo in our cookbook. Now, either way, whichever sheets you have, it's important to make sure you really squeeze the water or the marinade out of the filling to stop them exploding in the deep fryer. And as always, keep an eye on the oil temperature and keep it safe. So this week I've linked to a couple of videos by a young Vietnamese chef whose channel explores Vietnam's more traditional cuisine. And her videos give you a really good idea of what a stunning country Vietnam actually is. It's definitely worth a watch. Now, the first is an insight into the famous Cao Lau, the noodles that come from Vietnam's capital, Hoi An. The second clip is about grilling fish on the Ba Bì Lake, and the scenery in this clip is absolutely stunning, so check it out. So that's it for this stop on our Keep Heading East tour of global cuisine. I hope you've enjoyed it. Links are on screen now for the videos I mentioned earlier if you'd like to see a little more from the region. And remember, for our subscribers, there's a fantastic cookbook to accompany this series. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe and grab yourself a free PDF copy of our cookbook, or if you prefer a hard copy, the links are there as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon.